Okay, so let's talk about this. There's a lot of cope going on because James O'Keefe about a week ago put out a video, and I criticized the video because I think it's just overly dramatic for no reason whatsoever. And he's basically like, I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal.
I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
And he's got like the certain camera positions set up and stuff. I was just like, it's super gay. I have nothing against James O'Keefe, but I thought that was super gay, but whatever. So a week has passed and he's basically like, I'm going to, you know, I may not make it through the week and all this. So everybody's going crazy over what this could be. Then you've got Alex Jones posting this yesterday right here.
James O'Keefe's, one of the two big stories he's breaking is about someone in the Trump administration covering up Epstein. And then he put out a little short trailer yesterday that shows an image or still shot of video of Pam Bondi. So he didn't tell me the specifics. When he called me and me alone as a dead man switch, which I was, I guess, flattered by. He's like, I think you might be the only person that I know has the integrity to tell this in case something happens. And then when he told me, I was like, yeah, you are in danger, buddy. He told me the other stuff too. But he wouldn't even say who in the administration. I made some phone calls. And I told the crew over the weekend, I said, it's Pam Bondi. According to my sources. And because the White House already knows about this. So I wouldn't even tell the crew last week what the specifics were because I don't want to endanger them. And then there's two other big stories, and it looks like in this little promo video that he put out, he's kind of putting the three together because it's a big Pfizer news. And then some more Epstein news connected to the Democrats. But I'm going to stop right there and wait and see what he puts out today. So we're going to be watching, obviously, his X account, Keith Media Group, very, very closely.
So he dropped a video today, and his video was about Prince Andrew. And this is not new news. I'm not saying it's not good that he's putting more information out there, but anybody that follows this stuff knows that this is a thing. We know about the Prince Andrew being connected to Jeffrey Epstein, all of that. We know that. Based on the video that released today, it's not confirmation because there's nothing in here that's actual confirmation. It's still hearsay. So it's not confirmation of anything. It's still hearsay. So it's still not confirmation. It's still hearsay based on what we've already known. It's just more hearsay is all it is. So I just, what I don't like is the bullshit of like the game playing, right? Like this is what bothers me is this dumb video right here. This. I've seen enough YouTuber apology videos in my day to know that if you want to be taken seriously, you never start out with a fucking sigh. I make videos for a living. I know the process, okay? The whole, guys, I'm going to have this angle, and then we got to have this angle, and then we got to have to make sure that we strategically have half of this in the frame. Do you want to know why half of this is in the frame, guys? Do you want to know why? I'll tell you right now. Let me show you. It's basically like this is basically like politics MCU style, okay? So the video he releases today, it ends with, ooh, wait a minute. Oh, look at the other half. The other half has Project Veritas on it. So this is strategic. Look how this is. He specifically leaves the half out that says Project Veritas. Okay? See that? He leaves the part out that says Project Veritas. And then today he opens up and he's got Project Veritas back on there.
Our subsequent reports shine a light into darkness and expose evil, then we are willing to take the risks. At the end of the day, child victims of Jeffrey Epstein need to be protected, and the people involved need to be held accountable by law enforcement immediately. Without accountability, our notion of freedom is just an illusion. We're going to be breaking our next stories exclusively at o'keefemediagroup.com. You may see this Project Veritas sign behind me. Stay tuned for next week.
What I if you have damning information on people, then put the information out there. Don't play manipulative media clickbait mind games. If you want me to take you seriously, then take the situation seriously. If you're just going to treat the situation like it's a clickbait YouTube video, that's fine too, but don't expect me to take the shit seriously. Why not release all of it? Exactly. Because do you know why you don't release all of it? Because you need to make sure you can get enough traction and all of that out of it. That's the whole fucking thing. And there's a lot of cope. There's a lot of cope in the replies. Everybody's like, oh, this is huge. Oh, man, look, this is crazy. Oh, my God, you did it, James O'Keefe. Similar to how, remember when, what's her name? The Elon Musk girl, Ashley St. Clair. Remember when she posted that she had a kid and all the right-wing influencers are in the comments? Congratulations, Ashley. We love you, Ashley. Congratulations on being a single mom, Ashley. Great job, Ashley. Good job being a whore, Ashley. Stand up for conservative values, Ashley. Fucking ridiculous, dude. If it's as serious as you're presenting it and your life is on the line, then release all the information. But that's not what the case is. So I think it's bullshit. But look, James O'Keefe has done great work over the years. I'm not saying he doesn't do great work, but when you do the overly dramatic BS, I have to call bullshit on that. Well, Pam Bondi has turned out to be a complete and total train wreck. And I wonder if Trump is I have to imagine Trump is aware of how bad of a job Pam Bondi is doing right now. Pam Bondi is far more interested in being in front of cameras instead of doing her job. We remember the whole fiasco with the Epstein binders, and now she claims that there's hundreds or thousands of hours of videos with Epstein that the FBI has, but yet none of us being released. You've got Epstein victims reportedly, self-deleting, yet Pam Bondi just continues to show up on Fox News and talk about it. And you could be the biggest Trump supporter in the world, as I am, but acknowledging that Pam Bondi has been a complete flop right now as Attorney General it's just par for the course. You have to own up to that. She has been terrible. Now, I'm hoping some of this James O'Keefe stuff implicates her, but we're going to have to see. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Pam Bondi lied about the Epstein files. Let's listen to what Laura Loomer has to say right here.
Benny Johnson was asking James Comer about the Epstein files and whether or not we could expect to see the Epstein files come out. And, usually you hear all these canned responses from politicians that just go ahead and defend Pam Bondi, right? And they say, oh, Pam Blondy's doing such a great job. It's like, all this fucking circle jerk bullshit. Oh, yeah, she's so amazing. Oh, my God, she's so great. Blah, 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 right? Yeah, she's not so great. Trust me, guys. She's not really doing such a great job. We were promised that these files were going to be released on day one. Day one promise. Well, what is it now? Over 100 days into the Trump administration, have we seen any Epstein files? No, we haven't received any Epstein files. Then she goes on.
And let me say this. You want to talk about Donald Trump's biggest fan? That's Donald Trump's biggest fan right there, Laura Loomer. And she has been extremely critical of this particular situation. She has contact with Trump. She knows Trump. She gives him information. She's been pretty pissed off about this situation.
It's on Fox News. I mean, honestly, every single day, Pam Bondi is on Fox News. She's on Fox News more than she does her job. And other people are starting to realize it. We have a video clip, and we'll play this after the fact, right? Or maybe we should play this video clip before we play the Comer clip so that you can see all the different statements that have been made by Pam Bondi. I made this video clip compilation probably 2 months or so ago to highlight all of the discrepancies in Pam Bondi's statements. First, she said that the files were on her desk, right? And then she had that ridiculous binder gate situation at the White House where she made all these crazy binders that were not even full of Epstein documents and had these influencers essentially run a state media campaign for her where they waved these binders around pretending like they were given Epstein files by Pam Bondi. Well, it turns out there's really nothing in the binder. Then she goes on Fox News and says, "Oh, the files are on my desk right now." Then she tells Mark Levin that the files are being delivered to my office in a truck. So they were on her desk, but then they weren't on her desk. And then they were delivered to her office in a truck. And then the big bad boogeymen over at the deep state were trying to sabotage her, and they lied to her about the real Epstein documents. And then they were going to be released at a later date. But now, right, we don't know, because Pam Bondi also came out this last week and said that there's no set deadline for when they're going to release the Epstein files, even though we were told she already released the Epstein files. Remember when she gave out these binders, right? Bindergate. How could...
Oh, we all remember the binders. And I don't think that will go down as, that will be the biggest negative on the Trump administration for a long time. And I don't think that we as, like, I mean, I know as me, I mean, obviously you can do whatever the fuck you want as a Trump supporter, but I think that it's very, very important that MAGA never lets Trump forget that mistake until it's addressed. And it still hasn't been addressed. That was embarrassing.
We forget Bindergate. So look, I think we need to just have a come to Jesus moment here and realize and admit that Pam Bondi is a liar, right? She is a full-fledged liar. She has, in my opinion, little to no credibility as a result of her lies about one of the most high-profile criminal cases ever, the Jeffrey Epstein sex scandal, human trafficking scandal, sex crime, pedophilia scandal. Something that has captivated the attention of people, not just here in the United States, but all around the world. And she has royally dropped the ball and screwed the pooch on this. Benny.
It's true. It's very, very true. And I just saw actually where, let me see if I can find it. It looks like, so the Quartering posted this. I watched the James O'Keefe video and I am reminded of this. And there you see Jack Posobiec standing there with his Epstein files, phase 1. And Asmongold, major QAnon energy. What happened to QAnon, by the way? Just kind of went away. Just 2 more weeks, guys. Then Trump and the Patriots will put Biden in jail after the Epstein flop. I'll believe it when I see it. It's a massive flop. There's no other way to spin this. There's no other way. And I've seen Trump supporters trying to spin it. There's no other way to spin it, man. This is a bad, bad deal. So I guess we'll see what happens with it. Frustrating to say the least, though.